Hey, hello everyone. This is SRS PICTORIAL. Today we are going to see a topic called black and white into color map, which is in Photoshop. Most of you have seen like how to make a black and white images into color images in Photoshop in various ways. Still, I have done something very differently. Like while doing my own personal work, I wanted to share that knowledge into you people, and I have to share the things which I use the trick to bring the realism. Without wasting our time, let's get into this. So now we'll see how to make every possibilities to bring that realism, and we don't want to create a like very huge setup layers. Like in minimal we can bring it a lot of things. Those things I will cover in this tutorial. Like here you can see like I have chosen some skin textures from online, and you can use them inside Photoshop layer and keep them in the overlay and clip into the face area wherever you want it to, or you can mask in advance and you can clip them inside that mask. Okay, now I'm erasing all the backgrounds which is not needed for us. Like if you see the very aged or old photos, those will be like not exactly crisp to mask it out from the background and photo. So what I did, like I did a mask earlier and I'm refining them because I wanted to draw the hairs outside that area wherever the real sharp cut is there. Okay, for that I created my own way of style. Like I like the single stroke brush. Like if you want, you can create a hairbrush separately, or else you can download a lot of hairbrushes are available in online. But now I'm very happy to strike it with a single, excuse me, with a single strokes, and I'll cover entire things. Okay, like it's time consuming, but it's very worthful. Okay, it's not a waste. Yeah, I used to rotate the canvas now and then. The shortcut key is just press R and rotate your canvas. Now see, if you see that images, we have a lot of hairs on the eyebrow and eyelashes. So those things you can bring it from other someone's eyelashes and you can keep it, or else it is available even in online separately, where just that particular part will be there. But I am very happy to draw those things by hand, because see, anyhow, this is my personal work. Now and then I used to do for some reason, like I should not forget the things. No? So what I thought, like we can practice some strokes and flows while reconstructing these damaged images. So that I'm drawing myself on hand. If you want, you can do it your methods, like copy and paste someone's images inside, or you will get online eyelashes and eyebrows is very high quality images. You can place them on, but I don't like to keep them in such a way. But here, I'm entirely focused on everything what is possible inside Photoshop. Okay, I'm using some two plugins inside. One is Neuro and another one is that is a AI software. It will I'll show you later. Like in the end of the tutorial, you will be seeing what I did exactly. So kindly watch the videos, entire videos, and give a like and subscription, and share with your friends if you like my videos. Maybe I'm not good in such some explanations, but I'll try to explain as much as possible. Okay, and now if you see, I can draw my own way of like eyelashes, which brings like real reality. You can add shadows and highlights and so many things. That is up to you. For in this tutorial, I'll cover the main things. What are the things you need to be focused while reworking on the original images, like damaged images, or else for marriage images, whatever it is. The photography, if it is crisp, it is very easy to handle everything. If it is broken images, this is the way you can rebuild everything which is lost, and which we need, that you can create your own style. Okay, that's not like few things should be followed by the anatomies. That you should not miss it. Otherwise, it will look like alien or devil. Okay. See, if you see the hair in the top head, it looks like a single line strokes. Okay, those are the major lines. Okay, and very important lines. And beneath this hair, you can create one more layer and have the different dark tones or dark strikes, a little bigger one, and clamps and everything. That will bring more originality. Okay, in this tutorial, I don't think so. I have covered everything, but few tricks which you can bring it. These are the things I wanted to share from long ago. When I started learning this Photoshop, I tried to practice my own, but I couldn't do. But I approached a lot of my friends. They asked more money to share their knowledge about the hair and rebuilding these things. But I found my own way. This is the way I found, and I rebuilt everything, and I was able to achieve the more photorealistic. Okay, and what are some photos I have seen the parts are missed, but I can take it from someone's image and I can keep it. That detail doesn't match there, and it consumes a lot of time over the particular pieces to fix up. So for that, what I did, I take the other side one and play with this side and match it and change the tones and retain the damages on the faces like main pimples, like huge curves or anything. We should not polish them everything. In this case, I lost the details. I don't have much in these photos, but I wanted to bring everything like almost closest to the original guy. This as also you should not draw like I have done here, no, on the left side it looks like straight lines. Okay, you should have some little wobbly, or else you draw the line. After that, you take it to the filter and oily, and slowly you like keep the less pressure and tilt it here and there so that it will look like a little curly hair, because hair doesn't look like completely straight. That will look like a artificial. If you want a nature or organic, you should follow the world nature laws. See, now you are adding little bit highlights and break the highlights according to the flow. It's not like one paint over the surface. Grade it little bit. See, specular doesn't have everything like black and white. There will be like little color also, like in hair part, or else if you think about the jewels will have the tint in the reflection. So that I added the same thing here, and I'm breaking into the layers. Mainly eyelashes and eyebrow is very important part, because this defines the original look. Okay, and that facial expressions will be defined by these eyes and eyebrows. If you miss this one, it will like a dead body or alien or anything, like Mona Lisa. If you see that there is no eyebrow, so they think that is a different kind of skill set. No, it's a missed part, but still that has some meaning. But here this is like nature, like original. We are doing for someone, so means we have to be very careful. Okay, sometimes you will lose the face details. That time, don't bring anyone's face on this, but better you can create on tileable skin, pores or anything, wherever area you wanted to. But I keep one pose entire face and adjust wherever I need it. And see, this reconstruction image should not be like completely realistic. If you make that kind of realistic, obviously you have to borrow from someone's skin details, sorry, so that we will have at least some pores, small wrinkle that you can manually paint. That makes little sense. That's how. See, if you see in the ancient time, the people used to keep their portraits in painted art instead of keeping the photos. Okay, so that's how we have to maintain in some of the things which our ancestors did. Yeah, though we have some AI softwares. Okay, we cannot be completely depend on that. For something you can depend, that I'll show you in the end of the video. What are the things? If you do those things also, it's most welcome. You can do it. It's not that easy. Like if you're having a lot of photos to do, then you need some shortcuts. That is what in Photoshop we used to create some scripts, right? Actions, not scripts, actions. That thing they introduced as a plugin inside the Photoshop. I'm not going for completely artificial AI softwares. Yeah. I thought of changing the dress even. See, I don't want to break everything, so I kept the same dress and I giving little touches because sometimes it will be sentimental to them, the dress or whatever the jewels they were having on the body. If you change those things, it looks like no, not them, it's someone. That feel may come here. Okay, even we can create some jewels in 3D software and match it to the according to the perspectives, but we don't want to do those things, or else we don't want to uh, take the gels image from online and match it to the reference. No need. Keep as much as possible which is available inside, and for missing part you can add it and match it to the same tone and same patterns. If you miss it again, it will be like artificial, not nature. I'm a little lazy, so I had done all the strikes like a straight. I thought of creating the brush for this one, but still, let it be. Yeah, in YouTube you can see a lot of tricks and tips about Photoshop, how to replace your hair and many things. Those are like much better. Like, yeah, it's good if you have like critical time to sit and draw all the lines. It's very hard. Okay, in that moment you can do the such kind of tricks. It's not like we should not use it. We can use it. But in this case, I know how the airflow he had. Okay, those things I can't buy it on online. Okay, those things, if possible, I can create. This is my personal work, as I said. So I should concentrate properly, whatever the detail was there. And sometimes, your friends or your relatives might ask, "Can you do these photos for us?" Then you should know the complete detail how they were resembling, and it should not like robotic or toy or anything like that. Okay, that's what about I'm trying to say here. And this shard colors, you can manually brush it if you are very good in steady hand, but what I do sometimes, I do rough around the big areas, and later like in particular the areas where like we are not able to spend much time, use the pen tool and draw it very fast. You can take any tool, not pen tool. You can take any tool. My favorite tool, like pen tool, is much better. Even Wando tool also good. It does good job. Again, the refine it will take time. So better I take one tool and finish it fast. And see, I changed that blue tone over the dress, and I'm keeping those things here. Yeah, overlapping, and little bit I'll reduce the opacity, use the overlay, and you will get the threads detail. Yeah, this image had a small distortions, so I fixed those things. That's why when you clip it, the upper layer, lower layer, it will little flicker. So here you can see how I made that black and white into color. This is the plugin I'm using, neural filter. Sometimes you may not see this plugin in your Photoshop. You have to log into the Photoshop account. And don't worry, if you want to try, you have the trial period of 7 days. You can try it. If you like it, you can subscribe for a month or annum. This is the second plugin I used to restore the details instead of doing everything manually. This AI used to bring my heavy time into shot. It does good job, but that's depend on the quality of images. If you have really very good images, this software is fantastic. It will retain lot of things. And one more plugin is there for the skin. That thing, people those are working for wedding photographies or portrait things, they use most of them. So in this case, I didn't want that one. So this one is for restoration. I did a lot of, see, check this. So now without any detail, it looks like manually painted. After adding one by one, you may not see those many of the layers, but it is there, small touches. So to check your alpha, press Alt and click on that alpha area. You will see only the alpha masked, the masked areas. Now add a hue and saturations and reduce it according to the skin tone, and mask the area that faces, because see, now it looks completely like a plastic, okay, or else it looks like a pale color. Now to bring that into little the Asian tone, you have to mask the area wherever you want, and before touching any photo, just go through the physics over their skin tones, okay, which country and where they belong to, then how it has to be. So most of the in South Asian, this tone will be like almost little darker. So we have to match them. For that, just you have to create one exposure and bring it down. Don't use the level or anything. That is little finicky, but exposure is the best. It brings from very gradually. Very careful. We don't want to mask any of the hairs, because otherwise this hair will look dull, and your details you added on the strokes, no, that won't look like natural. Again, it will go like a blurry. You spend a lot of time to bring the all the details as much as possible. But I, for the sake of this tutorial, I covered the major things, okay. Rest left to you. You can focus and sit and study how to restore, or what we can do in the software plugins or anything. But at the end of the day, it should look the same person, not like resembling, okay. And see, in this image you can notice a lot of the pores, and some things are not distorted in according to the area or cavity or particular things. So those things you have to sit and wrap it, okay, or scale it. It should not be same pore size everywhere, okay. That anatomy you should study. Yeah, these are the patches. I couldn't do much faster, because while recording we can't do everything, right? So that I'm showing in one method, or else you create an exposure or any even saturation, okay, layer, and make it little higher, and mask it with the black, and erase with the white wherever you wanted to, so that the same skin tone will come, okay. Don't paint like this patchy. This I'm showing the two methods. And see, when I'm painting there, you can see that dark goes to like grayish side. So those things you have to manually fix it later. Now if you're facing this kind of issues on the lips, you have to work for the only lips separately. Don't concentrate together all together, okay. Or else you can divide the part by part and work on the everything. Sometimes if it is female, the blemish will be there, so that those things you have to manually fix it, or else part by part, then you'll have a lot of control. isolate the mask and fix it. Sometimes inside, no, it will be like a little gray stone. That's why that patchy look comes. So I'm going to keep a background for this like little darker or vintage look. Then you can see what other things are missing as even that the borders, the edges should not cut through all your skins, okay, which has happened in ear area, no? Those things you have to fix it manually. Don't keep the background in the beginning itself, okay? Keep some brighter or darker so that you can notice lot of things. See, now almost it's a similar tone. Still, you can paint those things like on the chin, on the cheek, and below the nose, and the forehead. Forehead also it looks should not look like flat because there is a small cavity areas, right? Those things should come. See the comparisons.